Hello, welcome, Devil Sniper here, and today I'm bringing you the December monthly review. So we played 6 games, we won 2, we drew 2, we did not lose, which is fantastic. We scored 6 goals, we conceded 2 goals, we come away with 14 points. 14 points! It was all league games, which is fantastic. Our biggest win was 2-1 against Hull. The loss is non-applicable. Player of the month was Dimitri Payet, and of course goal of the month goes to Nordvet. So, how do we do this month? We started off with a 1-1 draw against Arsenal. Faguli with the goal, Faguli with the man of the match. We followed that up with a 1-0 win. The goal of the month, Nordvet, and man of the match went to Payet. We then had a real awful, boring 0-0 draw against Burnley, but Lanzini came away with man of the match. We then played Hull City, and we came away with a 2-1 victory, goals from Antonio and Payet, and of course Payet picks up man of the match. We finished off the month with a 1-0 victory against Swansea, in which Payet scored and Payet got man of the match. A fantastic month, and thankfully a lot better than November. Even though November was good, 2 wins, 2 losses, it's not as good as not losing, which is absolutely fantastic and builds us up for January. So the goal of the month goes to Nordvet. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing of beauty. Now, it's not about the class of the goal, it's just about Nordvet's run. You see, he's just laid the ball off. He's gone. He's absolutely going. We've got Faguli down that right-hand side. Now, watch the run that he bends in, gets in between the 2 centre-halves, and bang, into the back of the net. What a fantastic goal. What a fantastic run. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. Sensational goal. And, you know, it really did show how hard we'd worked in that game, and I feel we deserved it. I'm really happy with the way the boys have been playing. I feel that going into January, it's going to be really, really tough. We've got some big fixtures, but I'm happy with the way it's gone. You know, have we turned that corner? I would like to think so. I would really like to think so. The fact that we didn't concede too many goals. When you look, we conceded 2 goals in 6 games, basically a goal every 3 games. I'm quite content with. I'm really quite content with that. I still feel we didn't score enough goals because we've only scored 6, which is a goal a game, which is not acceptable. But now sit back and enjoy the goals from the month. So there we go, 6 wonderful goals, a little bit longer than you probably thought it would be, those clips. I just want you to see the build-up play and how we knocked the ball about. Some of that build-up play was fantastic. Like I said, with that Nordvet goal, it probably wasn't about the finish, it was about the move, and the run alone from Nordvet was just sensational, and absolutely fantastic finish on the end of it as well, to be honest. So the league table is starting to look a little bit more healthy. We are in 2nd place after 19 games, 11 wins, 3 draws, 5 losses. Now, we still aren't scoring enough goals. We've only scored 23. We've conceded 16. It's not the greatest, but we are, right on the coattails of Chelsea. Manchester United and Stoke and Man City are there and thereabouts. The top 5 is really, really close. I know it's 7 points, but the way the season's been going, you could probably see Man City having a pop and even having a crack at the title. Crystal Palace are probably the biggest surprise, sitting there in 6th position with 29 points, but looking at the lower part of the table, Liverpool still languishing in that 15th position. As we know, Southampton are still rock bottom, which is just unbelievable. They can't buy a win. 1 win, 6 draws, 12 losses. It's absolutely phenomenal, and I think we have them coming up quite soon. I can't remember if that's going to be one of the January fixtures or if that could be in February, but we have got Southampton coming up quite soon, so we need to really take them to the sword, put them to get some goals against them would be nice. Having a look at the top goal scorers, still what surprises me about this top goal scorer list is not a huge amount of forwards on there. When you look at it, there's so many midfielders on there, it's quite ridiculous. I mean, Dimitri with his assists is no surprise to anybody, to be honest. The same with Feghouli. Feghouli and Dimitri Payet have had a phenomenal season. Both of them had a phenomenal season. Obviously, Dimitri is probably ahead of Feghouli on man of the matches, and it could be an interesting run into to the player of the year. There will be a fans player of the year as well as the managers player of the year, as well as a players player of the year as well, which should be quite interesting. I mean, Randolph has come into that goalkeeping position and done phenomenally, which is fantastic. And having a look at the squad report, I'm quite surprised by the limited growth of some players. I would like to have seen more growth on some players, of course. Looking at Arbeloa, I'm a little bit disappointed that he's going down in rating. I understand he's 33, he's going to drop his rating, but to be fair, his performances have been pretty solid all season. Now, he hasn't made... Well, I'll be honest, I don't think he's made too many errors. Maybe one in the course of, the 19 games or 25 games we played all season. I know he hasn't played all 25 games, but I don't think he's made too many mistakes, to be honest. We all know Ginger Pele's made the odd mistake. Winnie Reed's made the odd mistake. I'm surprised Winnie Reed hasn't actually grown, to be honest. I think he is a phenomenal centre-back. Nordvet is doing well. Our boy Pedro, or as I like him, Peds, is doing really well. He's really starting to push and start knocking on that door for a first-team place. He really does probably deserve it. He's been playing so well, but it is at this moment in time difficult to get Nordvet out because of the way he plays. He's so good at defending, and yet he's going forward and scoring goals. I mean, that goal against Liverpool, what more can I say? That run alone was just phenomenal, and probably one of my favourite goals so far this season, just for the run. Dimitri still dropping in ratings. I don't get it. -1, and certain statistics are going down, but when he's been involved, he scored 8 goals. He's created 6 goals. It blows my mind, and he's got a match rating of 8. That he's deteriorating. I can't foresee it myself. The young man Edmilson Fernandez is doing really, really well. I really do like Edmilson Fernandez. I think he's going to be one for the future for sure. Ashley Fletcher is doing really well. We all know the little hiccup Simone Zaza is having. He's just not getting enough goals. When you've scored 2 in 15 and you've assisted 3, you've been involved in 5 goals in 15 games. When you're playing up top, it's just not good enough. It's just not acceptable in any way, shape or form. Same with our ACs, who've got 1 in 6. I mean, at the end of the day, you've got Enner Valencia with 7 in 13, or involved in 9 in 13, which is pretty ridiculous. So, looking ahead into January, what games do we have coming up? Well, we have quite a few games, to be honest. We have 2, 4, 6, 7 games in January. We start off with Manchester United at home. We follow that up with a home game in the FA Cup against Fulham. That will be a big game. That will be an interesting game. We then have the first leg, the semi-final of the EFL Cup, and we drew Everton. Of all the teams left in there, we got Everton. I think Aston Villa have got Brighton. We then follow that up with a home game against Crystal Palace. We're then away to Middlesbrough, and then we finish, or we don't finish the month, but then we have the second leg of the semi-final of the EFL Cup against Everton, and we finish the month with a home game against Manchester City. Now that is a tough month. That is a big month. Hopefully we won't get any draws, and it'll be a good one. Anyway, until next time, I'll catch you later.